Ahoy, sailor. Welcome aboard Sailor Tales, where the sea keeps her darkest secrets. If the call of the ocean stirs your soul, subscribe and ring the bell. Another voyage awaits, and it begins now.
A freak storm turned a routine patrol into a fight for survival. Marc Delacourt, navigator with the French Navy, had trusted charts, weather briefs, and his instincts. But that winter morning off Toulon, the Mediterranean reminded him why the sea demands respect. Calm skies and gentle winds gave no hint of what awaited them beyond the roadstead. As they cleared port, the sea turned violent. Waves slammed from the west, wrong direction, wrong rhythm. The patrol vessel pitched and rolled like a toy. The captain trusted his eyes over satellites. Continue course, east, through Here's Bay. He ordered Delacourt, headed to the starboard wing to take bearings, feeling the first real warning of nature's power. Without warning, the ship heaved violently. Deck tilted 35 degrees starboard. Delacourt grabbed the compass pedestal, knuckles white, left arm dangerously close to the ocean. Spray kissed his glove. Time slowed. When the ship righted, his supervisor stumbled out. "You alive?" Marc nodded, breath short. "Get below. Check for damage." He hadn't gone far. A second tilt hit 43 degrees. Chaos erupted. A washing machine, bolted in a compartment, tore loose, punching through a bulkhead, flying mid-air like a missile. Axes, hoses, gear, everything unsecured became lethal debris. Crew scrambled, diving and strapping down items. Delacourt ducked into a storage alcove, heart pounding, realizing how close disaster had come. Inside, systems faltered. Bridge electronics were out. CIC went dark. Winds eased as they entered Here's Bay, but the ship was wounded. The captain anchored that night. Silence filled the vessel. Engineers patched what they could. Men whispered of miracles, others of curses. By morning, the storm had passed. Repairs began. Back to Toulon they went, bruised, humbled, alive. Months later, off Libya, a sandstorm painted the sky ochre. When visibility cleared, a white stork landed atop their 100mm turret. It stayed for hours, regal and calm. On another patrol near the Ivory Coast, 2 sperm whales and a calf swam alongside for nearly a day. Sea calm, horizon infinite. Delacourt stood at the rail, heart light. For all the sea could take, sometimes it gave back. In those rare serene moments, it didn't matter how long you'd served, 3 months or 30 years. The ocean reminded him why he came to sea, for awe, for challenge, and for the moments that make the danger worth it. But the sea had more lessons in store. During a NATO exercise, they were ordered north into the Bay of Biscay. Veterans groaned. The bay was infamous. Delacourt felt it too. Swells rose higher than buildings, striking the hull with brutal rhythm. For hours, the ship climbed mountains of water, only to plunge into valleys of green-black foam. Every bulkhead groaned like the vessel itself prayed for mercy. Night fell, and the storm grew worse. Water thundered across the deck, tearing away gear. Marc clutched his charts below, updating bearings by lantern light as power flickered. Each time the hull shuddered, men glanced at one another in silence. Finally, the captain's voice came steady over the intercom. "Hold course, trust the ship, trust each other." By dawn, the storm eased. They emerged, battered but afloat. Delacourt staggered onto deck, salt stinging his eyes, and watched the sunrise blaze across calmer waters. He realized survival wasn't only about skill, it was about trust, discipline, and faith in steel and shipmates alike. In that fragile quiet, he swore never to forget the night the Bay of Biscay tested them. Years later, when storms rose and men grew afraid, Delacourt would recall the stork, the whales. The storms survived. The ocean was cruel, but also generous. It punished arrogance, rewarded humility, and demanded respect above all. And so he stayed at sea not because he trusted it, but because he had learned to live with its contradictions. The sea gave him purpose.
The tide carries this tale to its end, but many more wait beyond the horizon. If this voyage kept you at the edge of your seat, give it a like and subscribe to join the crew. Don't drift away, another story is ready for you just ahead. Until next time, fair winds and following seas.